In this video, we are going to jump right in. We're going to get some user interface elements working and a main menu and jump right out to the next section. So let's get started. We are going to start in Unity this time. I have less experience with the UI system in Unity, even though I have more time with it, simply because the Unity UI system is relatively new compared to the Unity engine itself. So I haven't gotten quite accustomed to it. But it's really simple to use, so let's do it. We're going to create a new scene, save the old scene, and we're just going to slap some interface stuff on here. Let's see, we don't need directional light. We'll get rid of that. We will do back to solid color, back to black. We're going to get a basic menu here. I think we're good. Don't need to care about anything else. Let's set up our UI hierarchy. So we're going to, where's it at? Create UI. Let's see, can we do, is an easier way of doing this? I can't remember what it was. Oh, well, anyways, we'll create a panel. Panel is where you put stuff. Canvas is where the stuff goes onto. So that's probably the easiest way of doing this. Our panel, I don't want anything special. Can I have that back to nothing? There we go. I don't want anything. I just want a basic back. Panel's going to hold stuff. Let's put stuff in here. I already know from experience we're going to end up with a quit button and a new button. So we're going to put them into our scene. Now we're going to want them in the panel, and we're going to want to add text. So UI, and I don't want them to be fancy. I want just plain and simple. So I'm just going to have text, honestly. So we're going to go with new game, start game. We'll call start game. Start game like that. And we're going to go with, start game. Color is going to be black. Apparently I cannot type today. So there we go. Start game. We're going to want to anchor them to the middle and put them in the middle. So we're just click a bunch of buttons and put them in the middle like that. Anchors, pivot, everything should be good, right? Oh, I gotta zoom out. There we go. Boom. There we go. So we have a small issue here, and you'll notice we have a long bit of text. It's because we don't have best fit. Actually, didn't technically want best fit. We want center. There we go. And we want to change our font size. There's lots of options. Oops, 32 best fit. No, where's the grr? I don't want. Here we go. I want overflow. Thank you. Overflow. That's what I was looking for. I want to make it as big as I want it. Thank you for cooperating. I think 32 is a bit too big though. Let's go with 28. 14. 22. Okay, we're going to go with 22. That's close enough. And then we are going to, let's see, start game text. We're going to go and duplicate that. And we're going to do quit game text. And move it down. And we'll call this one quit game. Now, there is a couple things here. To make things, I keep hitting enter and it keeps doing that. To make sure things are uniform, we're going to use one of the vertical layout panels. So we're going to do vertical layout group. Sorry, vertical layout group. And it basically changes the panel, which has got a defined uh, defined layout into something where it's more stacking stuff on top of each other. So we're going to undo those. We're going to make sure the children control everything. Bam, right in the middle, and there we go. Let's give ourselves a little bit of spacing. 25, 20. There we go. So there's our start game and our quit game all laid out for us. It's going to be in the middle, and no matter what we do, it stays in the middle of everything. Just like that. See? Really nice and simple. We now want to put code on our button, so we're going to need a new script. So let's minimize our stuff down here. Let's put our platform script into our script folder. Let's do a new script in the script folder, C# script, and what were we going to call this one? Main menu. There we go. And we're going to make this really simple, if it'll open up for me. There we go. Get rid of these. And what we're going to do is when you click on the text, we're simply going to call two different things that'll do two different things, two different methods. So void start game on click and void quit game on click. And I'm pretty sure I need to make these public, but I don't remember, so we'll find out here shortly. But now we should have two things we can actually do to these. There we go. And we're going to want to, I can't remember. Is it click? Oh, man. I can't remember. UI. Oh, the button. I did do buttons, right? Oh, it is a button. Okay, well, I guess I got to apply buttons to this. I totally forgot. You sure? Hold on a second. Checking out what I actually did on the other one. Main menu scene. Canvas. Text script. Oh, event trigger. Okay, I was right. I didn't need a button. It was just the event trigger. Okay, I thought I wasn't crazy. There we go. Event trigger. That's what I was looking for. I knew I wasn't crazy. Okay, so pointer click. There we go. And then we will add a new event. We'll add the new object, which should be, oops, the text itself. So whenever the text is clicked on, we are going to do something. Now I need to actually call the code, which we don't have on here. So where's my script? Main menu. Bloop. There we go. And then main menu and I was right. Okay, they do need to be public. See, I thought I was right. Public. There we go. Go back to Unity, let it compile. And change this. There we go. Event trigger, main menu, and there we go. And this is the start game. Start game on click. There we go. So now whenever the start game receives an event trigger from the pointer click, it's going to go ahead and call the start game on click script. And then that's going to start the game. And then we'll do the same thing with the quick game. So event trigger, pointer click, and oops, when the text is clicked on, we want it to do event, no, not event trigger. Oh, I got to put the script on here. There we go. And now we do main menu and we do quick game. There we go. So now, let me save everything because again, it's habit. Now when we click stuff, stuff should happen. So simple enough. So let's just code up our main menu script right here. And this one shouldn't be too hard. We're just going to have it load up the game scene. So let's see, on game. So application load scene. Right? Wait, oh. Wait a minute. Oh. Ah. Yeah, load level doesn't exist anymore. They changed it to the scene manager. Oh, can we cheat here? Hold on a second. Manager dot load scene. Can I use the handy dandy C# figure? There we go. See, that was easy enough. Load scene. And then this will be the game level 1, right? Is that what we're thinking? Game level 1? Is that what I called it? That's a very good question. What did I call it? Gotta wait for it to finish compiling the script. Game level 1. Okay, cool. So that's all we need for that. And then for this one, it should be application.quit. So now in theory, we should have two buttons that do stuff. Now we should actually check and make sure that they do stuff. And we have a basic interface. So we'll go ahead and hit play once it compiles. Quit should do nothing because we're in the playing editor. Start should start up the main level. But couldn't be loaded because it hasn't been added to the build settings. And that is correct. If we go to the build settings, we'll notice we have no actual scenes. We need to add in our game level. And not only that, we should probably save the scene we're in right now. Main menu. There we go. Where did I save that at? Oh, seriously, I put it under prefabs. That's funny. Let's put it over here. There we go. Okay. So now we have our two menus, and we should probably, since we're in here, add the main menu and set the main menu as 0 since it is our main menu. There we go. Now if we hit play and we click start game, it should run the game. And we have our game. We have an issue with lighting. That is something I'm going to deal with shortly. I just, we're getting our interface working. That's one of those quirks inside of Unity with the default lighting, which is fun to deal with. But we have a main menu. We have a main menu. We can quit and start out, and we can load up our main level. So we have our basic interface working. We have no interface inside the game, which we're going to work on, but we have an actual main menu. Now, I'm trying to keep these not going as long, but it doesn't look like it matters. Let's get some sort of an interface inside the game. We need a fuel bar, and we need a menu text at the bottom saying, oh no, you blow up, or oh no, you won. So let's go into our game level itself. Same thing as before, game object, UI, panel, so that way it gives us a default canvas. We're going to go ahead and, I don't like this one, so we're going to get rid of, we're going to get rid of our image. So can I get rid of that, please? Boop, there we go. Now we have black, because we just want a panels to hold nothing, not to hold stuff. UI text, we are going to turn this white, like that. We are going to set this to 18. We're going to make sure it's set to center, because we're going to position it in the bottom center. And we're going to make sure it overflows because I want it to. Yeah, that's the only reason why, just because I want to. Let's go ahead and change our stuff. We want to anchor it to the bottom. And then we want to, let's see, change the position to the bottom like that. And then shift is the pivot. We don't really care about the pivot, but we'll do it anyways. Okay. So we're good there. We're good there. Do I want it X? Let's see. Y. I want it up. I'm thinking what? What do we got? 25? I don't think there's any good place for me to put this text. Let's do like 57. We'll have to adjust as needed. But there's our text. So that's what our text is going to be for us, like you lose, you win. We'll go ahead and save that out. We're going to call this bottom screen. And we'll call it text bottom screen. So we know that's our text for the bottom screen. We need a fuel bar. The easiest way to steal a fuel bar is to do a progress bar. So let's add a progress bar, which is going to be a slider in this one. And we'll just simply, slider? It is a slider, right? Hold on a second. Bear with me. Where's the stupid, where's the value? Oh, there it is. Wow, why? That's silly. Anyways, we'll get rid of the handle. Check. And then we'll go with the slider. Yep, I don't care. Don't need it. Don't need a handle. Where? Yeah, color. Yep, give me my color. Let's see. Change my colors here. Right? Okay, I'm not crazy. I'm 97% sure I used a slider. Didn't I? Oh my gosh. Did I break this? Oh, there we go. Okay. When I got rid of the stupid handle, it got it all messed up. Weird. Okay, but I want the background to be white. There we go. And I want the highlighted color. I want it to be an orange. Right? That should be fill. Okay, so it's not. It's the fill area that I'm trying to change. Here we go. Why is it gotta make it so hard on me? I'm just trying to cheat, make like a little fuel bar. There we go. Okay. That's what I was trying to do. So this will be our fuel bar. And then whenever we change it, we'll get fuel. Let's make it vertical because I want up bottom to top. There we go. And there's our fuel bar. See? Simple as that. Let's position it where we want it. So we're going to drag this over to here. Like that. This is one thing I've always found weird about Unity is if you notice down here, here's our game window. And then here's our UI. Because by default, it's just kind of the way Unity does its UI. It overlays it. So it's a little bit weird, but it's just the way it works. Not a big deal. But there's our fuel bar. Cool. We're good there. Do we want to hook up everything or we just want to get everything in place? Technically, we need managers and stuff like that. I don't want to spend... Videos are already going long enough as it is. I'm going to break them up as much as possible. So here's our basic UI layout. We've got a main menu. The menu works. We have a fuel bar, and we have a message bar we can interface with in the next videos. We're going to jump into Unreal Engine and quickly duplicate this exact same thing. Boom, here we go. Now, Unreal Engine has what's known as UMG, Unreal Motion Graphics, and that is stuff that is the user interface. So we're going to go with UI, and we'll quickly jump through it. And it's a nice visual editor for the UI. Everything's self-contained. So we're going to go with main menu. We already know what we're doing, so the nice thing is we can just quickly stub this out. And then game level. So we have we're going to have a UI for the game level and a UI for the main menu. We'll open up this one. We get the editor. Here's our screen. We did a vertical box, so panel, vertical box. You notice things are kind of naming themselves, panels, verticals, Anchor, we're going to anchor, boom, everything to the middle. We're going to align this to the middle for alignment. It doesn't have the easy clicky button version on Unity, but it's all the same stuff. So there we go. I have a box centered in the middle of the screen. Size to content, so that way anything I put in there sizes, and then we'll just slap some text in there. Text in the vertical box, text in the vertical box, and now we have two things of text. We are going to give a little bit of padding on the bottom. So I think it was 20 in the other one. Whoops, that was not. There we go. So now we have 20 separating. Text size, font, text, let's go with 32. Make it a little bigger. Okay, good. This one is going to contain start game. And this one is going to contain quit game. And they're not centered, so select both of them and center them like that. Select both of them and then make sure our text is set to center justification. And there we go, start game and quit game. Now, small problem we're going to run into. There is no click event built in for text. It is not designed to be clicked on. Technically, we could cheat and we have other functions we could override. We could check where the mouse goes down and we could do a bunch of stuff you don't want to do. Honestly, I'm just mentioning it because you can. You have to have a button to click on. By default, well, you don't have to, but by default, a button comes with clicking ability. So we'll go ahead and just take our text and we're going to wrap it with a button. And then we're going to take this text and we're going to wrap it with the button. And now we have two buttons. I want it to look the same as before, though, so we're going to take those buttons and we're going to change their style. We're going to change the normal style to, oh, no, don't need to change the style. We're changing the background color, right? To 0 alpha? Is that what it was? Yeah, there we go. To 0 alpha. So that way the background is transparent. We can still click on it, but we won't be able to see them. So now we've basically replicated what we did in Unity by having buttons. We'll name this start button, and then we'll name this one quit button. Okay, we're good to go there. Let's go ahead and hook up some events. So we have two ways of doing that. We'll start with the first one, start button, on clicked. And when you do that, we're going to load level, open level. Again, always forget these ones, open level, and the name of the level. What did we call it? We called it game level 1. Copy that out. We'll paste that in like that. And there we go. Game level 1 is what's going to happen if you click on the start button. If we click on the quit button, we are going to quit. And that should be our main menu. Let's find out. Let's save. Well, we don't actually, that's just our interface. We don't actually have it anywhere. So interface objects in Unreal Engine are actual objects. They're thingies that get created and are displayed and you do whatever you want with them. But you have to actually put them somewhere. They're self-contained until you do stuff. So let's make a new level. Blank again. Save our current level. Save our current, save, there we go. Save our current map as main menu. And here's our main menu. We'll go ahead and save it out. I just want to make sure I have the main menu loaded. Okay, cool. One thing we're going to run into an issue with, I mentioned this before. By default, we're going to have our Lunar Lander game mode loaded, which means all this extra stuff is going to load in on our main menu, which we don't want. We're going to change our default map to our main menu now. And then we're going to create a new game mode. So, framework, and we're going to do blueprint class, game mode base, and we'll call game mode main menu. Whoops. I gotta stop double clicking on the wrong thing. Game mode main menu. We're going to go ahead and kill everything we don't need. Where's the default pawn? There we go. So that's pretty much, we don't really care about, the pawn is what I really don't care about. I wanted to kill that pawn. We'll close that. We'll go back to our main menu level, world settings, and we'll override. We'll do the main menu game mode. So now the main menu game mode is going to be loaded up. We'll hit play and double check. There we go, game mode main menu. We have no interface. You can't just drag and drop the interface in. It actually has to be created and handled. Every level has a blueprint built into it, a level blueprint. Generally, you don't want to use these, but for fire and forget type things, or like main menu interfaces where you're not really doing much, they work. They work fine. So we're going to create a widget, and this is going to be our main menu. So it's going to create the object itself, and then we're going to add that to our viewport. And this is going to go ahead, and if we hit play, have our main menu. Boom, there we go, on our level. We have an issue. Unfortunately, we can't actually do anything because we can't see the mouse and we can't interact with the interface. So, player controller. We're going to get our default player controller, and we're going to show mouse. So this will allow our mouse cursor to be visible. And then we are going to set input mode to UI only. So that way, any input goes directly to the user interface. We can go ahead and save and play, and now we have a mouse. I can quit, game quits. I can start, game starts. And then we're into our game. We have an issue where I can't actually do anything right now. The problem is our user interface was stolen, or not our input was stolen by our user interface. So right now, nothing is going to my character and I can't move it. So we kind of need to fix that. The nice thing, simple enough. We have our game modes. Where did our game mode go? For our main menu, that's where we want our, I'm actually going to cheat right now. So you see this stuff right here? We are going to steal this from here. I'm going to actually put that inside of our game mode. So whenever we're in our main menu, right here, we are going to be in user interface mode if we are in our main menu game mode. So see how it's working? And then inside of our Lander game mode, we're technically going to steal that code and paste it into here. And we are not going to show the mouse cursor. And we are going to set input mode to game. Game is the default. And then now our main menu should allow us to move and click. And then once we get into the game, we can control our character again because we're using the game mode, which is the game settings. And then the main menu game mode, which is the main menu settings. So boom, we're good with that. Jump right in. Now we want our other user interface. So here's our game level user interface. We already know what we want. We want some text, so we'll just slap it right there for now. And then we want a progress bar, so we'll slap it right there for now. Let's work on our text, anchor it to the bottom. Gee, that seems super duper familiar. Let's go ahead and size it to content, so whatever it says, it's going to fit. Let's align this. We want it halfway over on the X, so 0.5, and we want all the way in the bottom, so it's 1. So it's anchored to the bottom. Let's go ahead and move it up a bit. So let's see, that is going to be the Y. And then we'll go this way. So what? I think we did 70 on the other game. So we'll go with negative 70. Text, we're going to put that blank. Let's change our font to 32 size. I'm going to change this to light because I like the way light looks. We'll save that, and then we'll center our font, and then there we go. Now we have text. We should call it something. So what do we call it? Text bottom screen. I don't know. Sounds good enough. We'll make it a variable. By default, it's not. So that way we can adjust this from somewhere else. And then we'll work on this. Here's our progress bar. Let's name this. So what do we call it? Fuel bar. Cool. Fill type, G, bottom to top. You know, this is really getting familiar at this point in time. It seems like we've already done something like this. There's our fuel bar. This one, the nice thing is the progress bar is not a slider. So we don't really have to modify much. We actually have a progress bar in Unreal Engine. We just design it how we want. Where's my percentage? There we go. I want to do that. There we go. I want to change this to a orangey color. I like orange, but I have a hard time hitting orange. I'm incapable of hitting orange for some reason. There we go. That's close enough to an orange. And that's our fuel bar. That's it. I mean, that's done. There's our interface for inside of here. We need it to show, so let's go ahead and do that. This is where we have things slightly different. Since, again, it's not part of the scene or the level, we have to add it or remove it. We need somewhere for it to be. We need something to control the interface. Since the interface consists of a message and the interface consists of a fuel bar, our ship is going to need access to the fuel bar, and lots of stuff may need access to the text message. So we kind of have an issue on where we want to put it. So the nice thing is there are universal places to put it. We have our HUD, which is something that's given to us for free. So like when we hit play, you'll see the HUD. And then we have our game mode, which is created as well. So both will work. I like the HUD because the HUD can be accessed from pretty much anywhere. And it's your HUD. I mean, if you're not going to use it for anything, just use it to hold your interfaces. So that's where I'm going to put it. So we'll go blueprint, and we'll type in, did I create the HUD already? I did. Never mind. So I already got a HUD. So we're good there. So open that up. And all we'll do is what we did before. Whenever we're using this HUD, we're going to create a widget. And we're going to create our game level HUD. And then we're going to add to the viewport. But before that, we are going to promote it to a variable. And we're going to call this our, I'll call it UI. And we'll hook it up like that and like that. And then we'll do that like that. And then we'll unconnect. Oh my God, I have so many things. Come on, come on. There you go. There we go. So anytime we are inside of anything using our HUD lander, we're going to create the widget and create a variable called UI. And then that's it. So in theory, when we start the game, there's our interface. We have our little fuel bar, and we have text at the bottom. We just can't see it, of course.